yesterday, we see video of a ferry, pictures of a ferry. Na bat 3 at the Queen Elizabeth Key. Yes, ferry don't come. Then be promised we 4 ferry, 4. 1 don't come. The second one is supposed to come today, Saturday. Then tell we say by 1800 hours. Now that one day back for come now attacking. But to not know if they don't come it. Okay. Well, me a glady. Yes. A glady. But you go tell me, say, Tripoli, wait for happy. This is what they're supposed to do. Not true. Some of we, where they use ferry, una they no safe when new ferry, if they change the ferry, una they no safe. All we know is, ferry they for go with we up and down. Some side and they, na the United States, also I don't take ferry na free. I don't take ferry na Louisiana. Yes, na free, you know they pay. You know they pay. And nobody, if for say new ferry come, old ferry, no, who cares? Who don't know that this safe? Nobody don't know if waiting even starting island. The ferry for go there. They are you they cross there every day. You don't have them change ferry safe or then count new ferry. But the politicians they don't keep we at bay so that when things like this happen, all we sing na praises. Yeah? So, you go see by the video, oh, President Bill talking do, we don't count time. But is this not what we've been asking for even from the previous administration? I see people and they talk like, oh, no, yes, myself, I see the banjuleo, I see Andy. But, we no so go get clarification. Because this is not even a private businessman kauta or a government kauta. But we go no. We go no. Also, because Banjul rights pa the ferry. So I don't know if they come out, they license them now under that flag they get for come waiting now we water. We no sabi. Okay, me no sabi something you sabi. But ferry don't come. They tell say another one they come. But dear, let's talk small bar. Because I don't see inside the ferry. Let look for the picture. But I believe so yourself don't see the picture. I want to make her put the picture. Okay, I go put the picture. I go put her. I will put the ferry in picture. Loud go no more, yeah? Okay. The ferry, not so like that we ferry would use for the take-o, not to so they make them. So, this ferry will come. I want a plan for user. Now me question now. I want a plan for user. When I say two, government 12, Kisi, I want a plan for user. When I get for reserve for we, for they take flights go. When I get for reserve for we. Because I believe so, I'm not going for pack them all one day more. I'm not going for pack the all one day. I'm not going for pack not to so. So if we get about 3 all one right now, then 2. Then why I come? It they make 5. We were on the complaint say ferry no they run by flights. Una get for consider we. Hey, all man they put in case across. Me na me una they do so. Yeah? That $40 what they pay. Then at the end of the day, we go wait stay by $40 back. Now first if you don't go up now na $50. That $50 oh they pay. Eh? Me I prefer ride ferry. Seriously. I be don't give me reasons then what to make I prefer ferry. Eh? I be don't give me reason. So if I option and the pack them all one day. Or if then you want yourself on one for left and for flight, you know bad though. Yes, that's how selfish I can become. Also, watch inside the ferry you go see. That's how selfish I can become. Oh. So then you are cancel them. I left a lady run strictly by flights. It no go bad. That's when we know say where we flights day, this they go, this they come, this they go. Aha. Una na kuwana government waf one na ferry junction. Na Kisi terminal. Na idea de give una so. Or the sea coach, the seabird, the waiting sea water taxi. They don't go lobby to una, they don't give una. Now they say we need for the pay that $40 because we get money. Una no one cater for we. Eh? Una no one cater for we. That old one, una left enough for the people who they go up and down. Na Lungi. We agree. This new one, there, una balance unto we. Una balance unto we. Seriously. Because I believe say it go run less because now by flight, it go run less, it go last. And until say they take 75 motor so then not a problem. I don't know if the second one they can by this one way we don't see already. Eh? Una keta for Weibo. Eh? The chief for the diaspora. Also, the chief for the diaspora they talk. Because when you look inside the ferry, ain't not going able to take that kind of crowd. Oh. If una want to last long, una save them for flights. Because you know they take that kind of crowd inside. Look the tables them, how it's set, how I love it. But again, who they ask una member we. Na the diaspora. Eh? Una member we James JSM Camara. Eh? Thank you. Triple A, I think they for open another loading dock around the Waterloo seaside area. Yay! Now you are talking. Eh? For they make trip from Waterloo for go government to have Ferry Junction. I think, yeah, the traffic. Me, a lot of times, na driver they drive round. A driver can drive round. Because I remember the traffic alone. But why they come on at me junction? Eh? And they get traffic again till I reach airport. Eh? Mike Kekoka they say sometimes this go make sea coach reduce. No, but if they cater for we do. Eh? If they cater for we. Jopi say you know they agree the old one a disaster. No, because you know why, Jopi? The old one they overload. The old one they overload. Trust me, Jopi. If them put this one say, who they debate now? If them put the new say for flights, the old one no go the overload. It no go the overload because let us say for certain flights you 2:00 ferry you left with the old one. Yeah, for normal people. But if you want flight, if you want join them, that's fine. They can even increase the price small. Now idea they give us so. We go still take her. Yeah? If right now the old one is 25,000 for mortal man because the price don't go up. Yeah? Una can put 10,000 per person by this new one. Who don't want to go take her? Who go prefer take that one day? Because we know say we go there now. You know like that C coach. Not hey. Una make her small. Eh? Seriously though. I feel say go work. Una put one at Ferry Junction, one on a government wharf. But the two, it's in a forget for cam. The way the other two can out later. Well, una can remember the people in Lungi. But now 5 ferry na inge for candy. So the old one then go abandon them is the question. If they not get for abandon them, how they get for do? Because if they put them for run the same schedule, people go wait for that new ferry. Who that they will not like new thing? People go wait for that waiting for that new ferry. Then they go to wait for go park there. Then they left the old one for business people who they go up and down with them per mine and everything. Eh? Then they left this new one for we. Una put small pan the price, we not get problem with that. Because it's una not go compare with Tosi Kocho. Una can begin to talk about $20. We go left for that. We go left for that day. Eh? Why I say put on like 10,000, I put on top. Eh? Okay. So I'm just about people nothing say unfair to the home base. Why they ask for enjoy the new one and the old one, then at the home base, me not feel say people and go grill. Hey. I don't show them a new one. I put the price on top. Una work to flight schedule. Eh? Simple. Una work to flight schedule. Una ne go tell Ngbangba they say na for flight. Una work to flight schedule. Una put the price up small. Yes. As a courtesy. Then let's see how this one work. Una test them for 1 month and see. But since I talk about this ferry, what thing they happen about that flight? Some of you want book ticket. But you know they wait this flight here, una not be geared to. What thing they go on? Eh? What thing they go on with the flight? Una try no? Una go and give bad name just no. Una don't know when people can buy ticket, eh? Una for them begin fly low they see una now. Person they buy ticket December for December. Oh. Neither November for December. For go saloon. If you write the kind where the price day for no funny. So they ask una for wake up. If na true say una get for car this flight, una try. Una give you updates. The chief for the diaspora they talk. Eh? We no say right now, I be they tell we. They know they say money no dey. Una wait. Eh? Una wait. Election they can. Hey ya. All thing they appear jin. All thing. Eh? Okay. La commodity. Reach Usa again. Usa want touch again. The light. The light we don't come. Eh? We hope say it go be sustainable. 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 And maybe can they ask me which flight? You know, say Salon forget own plane. Okay, technically, we flag go dey pa the plane. Eh? And later say, you don't forget about that scam day. In non booking ticket. Me I not book it too. And that plane day, I want them make me ambassador for that flight day. Eh? I want them make me ambassador for that particular flight day. So me, I still wait. Okay? My Kekuka say, he said the government for come with at least 100 bus. Let me don't tell you say na 200 bus safe. But 30 days they wait. 30 days they wait. Musa they ask wait to the ferry and the lights good. But wait 20 make the na way election one can them bring and come. Well, Pape, still, it don't come. Mamadou, he said me back sustainable. No, the light today. Well, from your area, where uno can get at the canaya the talker. So we'll get, tell me say no talker. I'm sorry if you know the gay. Eh? I'm sorry if you know the gay. But we know what Salo right now, they get the lights. None of us say the lights, no, they go. They go. But they say they come. Eh? Okay. So what two they say now? The lights don't come. Ferry don't come. Eh? We wait for this new plane for come. Like that. We're not going to deny the service, so. I beg you. Say because election the cow go deny the service. No. They enjoy. I make me now they ask for we. Some people say they no go gladly. But my dear, let me see no more. But I don't get the idea. I think say the new ferry them. Nah so me think go. And they left for we. This December go be the best for the inside salon. I they tell you, Bendu. All thing get for flow. Then get for sweet in we. Mama, did they ask me which part na Waterloo? What I mean Waterloo brother na Hassan. Hassan, they can't comment ba. Mama, do look one out to I say lights the Waterloo. Papa lights the Waterloo. Right now they enjoy lights. Eh? So before 2023, if always two don't ask for them give you tell and thank you back. You tell and thank you. You know so politician and a last minute politician they will get. Because they say salon people and quick for forget. Well who self now who get for trial not the quick for forget. The politician they say salon people and quick they don't forget something. So if they don't do antrade, something now them for don't forget. Who don't forget. Now I make them they can do now we near election. But if we change le be say quick we don't forget. Quick we don't forget. Pape. Well, I mean you then yeah. You the black stone, me the white stone. You the black stone, me the white stone, brah. Now who then yeah so? But you say black stone, there you say 5 they far from black stone. No. Some man say cashew farm Waterloo. No, I they talk about who get light to. And they talk about who side pole no reach it. And they talk about who side pole no reach it too. I talk about we get pole, we get lights. So I say lights they Waterloo, and they talk about who side pole and cable no reach. He says for that talk say lights day, and because we all come together. We all come together, we buy pole and cable. About to kick about. Thank you for the stars. We will get a call late tomorrow, ma. Mama, do you say no? Eh? Before I come out here, before I begin carry with we panelists them. You see the picture of the president and Samura Kamara, where they meet up par Auntie Philo in Berin. See the picture, eh? But with the supporters them already, anybody who they support to sabi defend them. Anybody. Now who can talk about that $25 with them one add na airport. We get people where they defend. But they will cry. They no say not to be a right call. Then pull am. Sometimes the person self way they defend with making talk. Eh? Making talk before you self jump inside. This style for bring things close to election now old school tactics. We go see how Salon people go respond next year. Then say, I don't tell you just now. Then say we dey forget quick. Eh? So because we dey forget quick, now I make then kick out a near election. So then they go dey fresh now with memory. But you see Samura Kamara and the president, and you see KKY and the president. You see, eh? Okay. Even though na begging them go, they no go make palava day, but you see. But we not pun ou not pain. Eh? Okay. We not pun not pain. Okay, like for tot case. Abdukano say if you fake me, I dey fake you at the ballot box. You're on your own. Alright. Salon. Teen sweet. No, we're not saying not to new Ferry Bendo. But it can a new location, so a new Ferry na the new location. Well, no. We're not saying not to new one. Eh? Okay. Let's count Alpha. Let me hear what's in your summary for the week. Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
Thank you very much, Triple A. I want to say a big good evening or good afternoon, good morning to whosoever, wherever they're listening to we. I think Triple A gets two major summary for this week. The one at this one with the trend na social media, when the governor in statement we give or interview we give. Interesting for me we look into them back, and one big thing somebody will ask now, why the introduction of the new Leones? That one big question what I think say we need for ask the we self, because I think say when they talk about this new Leones, some of them answer they are we they get today. We don't preempt them. I can vividly remember you make mention of say, ever stop people from holding the money back. And now we don't see so. Sometimes government or government politicians, they not get total resolvement or resolution to the problem then as Sierra Leone. That make one we professor say government projects or most of government projects they're not sustainable because they lack research. They not do research. I think we governor don't make a very clear say in a classroom for almost 30 almost years. But honestly, theory and practical are two different things. Because what you teach in a classroom, what you teach wherever you teach them, when you come to the practical business, na two different things. Triple dynamic where they go look for job. Then they look at your academic qualification, but again, then they look at your practical experience when you get in the job. But you say these two are very, very much important. Yeah. Okay. The first point we me want for senior triple A. Now that the new money stop people for hoarding the money? The answer na big no, because we don't really say almost 800 billion we don't come out, not just 2 weeks, and not go inside again. Not to say the money loss, so yeah, but it not go inside again. Outside the money go. That's not a big question where I think we for need for find out the more. Again, from my own analysis, where this governor don't talk all the interview, the governor still the struggle how for manage the cash flow. Interestingly, I think if you want for start for manage cash flow, now the MDs they start them. But if you give the MDs, the ministry and department and agencies, them free hand for full almost money they want without checking or without giving them limitation, I'm afraid. Because people, the way the businessman go pull money, you know they can't keep them. They want more money, so what they do business. But the government or the MDs, the way they pull, then they go put back. So whose side we forget control now? From that side, they begin control the money force. Yeah, I think I could vividly remember I made this contribution in this platform when this new money become up, when we get this and the debate on them. I tell people say also for introduce money, new money, now the solution. Because one main reason why the governor say he introduce new money, apart from what he say, it reduce the size of the money. The other thing is say they want to keep the old money, then they bring them, so then money will flow. Interestingly, like I say, it's a big no again. Now the new money, now then they hold so. So has it solved the problem? No way. So introduction of the new money has never ameliorated the problem in Sierra Leone because people are still holding the money. So for me, one way me feel say I think I make another same platform for ladies governor me for able for control puts the control into the money. Now me for introduce internet banking. Make at least somebody I could remember when I say that mommy in a village self able for do a business, all the physical cash. Somebody in the chat group they say, how is that possible? For less of that mommy within a village go do that kind of business day. Even what I say, then go get that ATM till you go tap your money, no more you pay, then in a day. People, we politically minded can give some flimsy statement them. But again, we are coming to the same problem back. Yeah. Because if we cannot put control over the cash flowing in the country, then it's going to be difficult, even if they print how many billions it they lost back because the cash where they flow now physical cash. Like what you say, no more salon cash flow country. So the only way they do have now for put limitation now for reduce the cash where they flow, the physical cash. Try for introduce internet banking. At least let the bank they make them let be free for open account. When somebody open account, let get if na card, then get numbers like a phone number, they link onto your card. Where then go able for send where you see you go for later pay you because they know they reduce the physical cash flow. You just give us your number, say send me money there. That person need they do the transfer. That way they go help for even for reduce corruption. For like, that's why they know how they take boku money, how they take boku money. It's easy to work like that. Then say they you dey pass. In fact, your wallet they for themselves. The only thing you go scared for now for maybe you get all that document, but you don't they go on your phone. If you get an ATM card or you get debit card, you just go to block your card. Not to your money they worry for because you're able to block the money because their money is on the system. They say the physical money, even if you want to, it be limited. Even if you go for good draw money in a bank, they limit them. So that's the same thing if this governor may really want to control the cash flow. Now, salon, now that's in the if you say if I don't introduce other than introducing new money or new loans. Introducing the new loans still not stop people from holding the money because the strategies then where then they put in place for reduce the holding of money is not there. So now make us say theory and practical not two different things. Why we forgive free hold to governments and departments and agencies them for draw money? why that for happen. They too should be limited. In fact, now they're easy for restrict any big amount of money, they forget limitation. Every other one for go through the system. So it's easy to monitor, it's easy to guide. When you reach to project, then you go sit down, go almost 100 million, no? Transfer them, let money flow in the system. Or even when you want for pay staff, let go through the system. Then it's easy to monitor. I don't know why we find them very difficult for introduce that. Instead, the governor go introduce new money, as if the new money now they can't settle the problem. And let's still the watch. If we're not careful, more money back will still people will still earn more money. Remember the same governor tell we say not to the new money now they cancel to the economic crisis now the problem, now the country. The same thing, not to the introduction of new money, they can't stop people not for order. People get the reason why then they hold the money. So for me, we really need for move forward. We really need for find strategies for make sure say this new money they're able for put control. And when you look at them again, now the poor people how they do their business, then and then get for the suffer. The kind of way this governor don't begin take them. Like the example, I don't know the person we ask, what if you go buy motor car way expensive, they don't give you limitation for the money we take? Is that right? The interesting part, Tripoli, is say if you use certain amount of money, when you come back for can't go money in your account, you for explain to them how you use the money. What? So if you not explain to them, they not give you money. Is it not to advantage to the man where they do business? I don't know why we this so. I don't know why we know the thing. Why we not they bring people where now experts in this field. Not to just academic, no more book. There are people, they're not, God give them knowledge for give solution. Bring them come on board, not to you one they sit down. And when you look at the minister and statement, the governor and statement, them talk the thing like as if now in the control. I want to introduce this, and it's a collective effort, not to one person. Now this maker they say, I wonder what in the parliament they do. Because certain things they don't get for call it governor, but again, I'm afraid maybe the governor is more powerful than even the parliament. Because I could remember they invite on a parliament, also then put pressure before able to respond to them. Some of them here they need for call and they can explain to them. But instead, then a parliament say they perfect for bill no bill. How businessman go glad if I go invest in Sierra Leone with them kind news here? How we go attract investor with them kind news here? No way. So that make even for all these governments sit down, for those get sober businessman the way they go invest in Sierra Leone is difficult because we financial system very, very poor. All right, the next point I want to make Tripoli now with regards the president in picture with Dr. Samura Kamara and KKY. And for me, the effect that they get now the political system na Sierra Leone. Instead of with the kill with jam we aid up and down for introduce proportional representative, this and that, we according to the one the way they defend or when the one the way they push the proportional representation, they say one factor for that is they bring national cohesion. Interesting, very, very much interesting definition or reason. But again, just this way they do so, this picture we can take. If them don't take them from them, the president don't embrace all the one the way now opposition leaders them. You don't see them like saying an enemy them. Trust me, the political tension will get in a Sierra Leone for we don't go right down. If we don't reduce to the highest degree. But they see themselves as harsh rivals to the extent then they transfer this enmity down to the layman self na then village them. The president go to the extent he say anybody we not believe or we not believe in the ideology need work with them. So is that particular statement a cohesional statement? No way. That statement will never bring cohesion in the country. So even if we introduce PR, there is no guarantee say PR they bring cohesion. There is no guarantee. There is no factor we guarantee with that one day. So sometimes when people like can bring out theories or bring out things them Tripoli, not so for just look one side of them. We have to look in different version or different way. Because we only keep all the good side, we not forget say bad side. And that's not the same thing to this introduction of this new money. We only look at okay, this new money will bring this, it will make the one away all the money, then they bring them. Then they count the old money, then take the new money, then go keep them back. Now that they feel now with the country back they feel the same thing. Even if we introduce PR, they introduce another two way past PR. If the leading, the president will they win the election, not willing for bring national cohesion, there will be nothing where they bring national cohesion. Even if we go bring any system of government, it will never bring national cohesion because it starts with the leader itself, the president himself, never bring them up. But if the government, the presidents not bring them up, when I go bring the theories, then come. And remember, say, now bring this back to people. You know, when to make when they get different version of theories, you see, they can say this is now first edition, second edition, third edition. You know why? Any theory when Motama make get limitation, and based on their limitation, then they now they other theories then they come up. So the same thing, even the introduction of this new money, it get limitation. Their limitation, and then they make them they bring other theories where they go tell you say, you know, fine for bring introduce new money where the economy not strong. The same thing again to the government, Tripoli. No matter what in them bring come, those theories has limitation. Those things has limitation. And because they get limitation, now the weak side and the one and the or the disadvantage is the one and the. And not until we put their structures then they in place and really willing for accept everybody, see everybody as Sierra Leoneans and everybody as a development partner. Trust me, we not go get cohesion as Sierra Leone, we not go get lasting peace because what make they say so. We this current regime is very, very clear. Say we get regional divide, tribal divide, a lot we don't come up. So if somebody grab a tell you say no day, that person need a deceiving self. So for me, introduction of PR na the country, introduction of new money, don't only watch at the positive side. The negative side always gets effect, and then at the failure, and then at the limitation. And based on their limitation, then there is every reason for make we do more research, more things, than for make sure say we able to move the country forward as a whole, not as entities, different entities. Then if this governor may call more people on board and bring the idea there, or even listen to social media commentators them, yeah, or analysis, the analysts them. Trust me, them mistake here will the camper back so we not they reach there. We don't talk this thing Tripoli last before I end because this are not put on my third point. Right now, price per fuel don't come down at the world market. The big question is it going to come down in Sierra Leone? Now, at the end, be case with. Thank you very seriously, sir.
Thank you very much, Alpha. That's now another one we would wait for. I believe say by now, we for don't get press release. We for don't tell we say fuel not the 22 leons anymore. But up to now, no press release from the ministry, the PRA we responsible for this. But when fuel go up, quick one, then go harass we for make the price go up. Then when the price come down na the world market, then go drag them foot. Better one, then go drag foot. Before then go reduce the price. Up till now, they don't make money. Up till now, they don't want to reduce the price. By now the price for don't go down. Or they want tell me say they wait till the month done. They want wait till the month done, eh? Okay. Alright. But please, PRA, Petroleum Regulating Agency, una try reduce the price. Una try. The time we una reach on that 22 leon, that fast way una be take. There una rendong back. Una rondong. We wait for una le una rondong. Like I'm with Tony, make we waiting to get for we. Welcome on board, Tony, to your Jones to get the platform.
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me. Family, Kusha and Kabo, wishing all a blessed weekend. Yeah, I will try for make them very brief, Abraham. I want to start with the bank governor. waiting with the see now an historic problem. And I don't go say na a problem, sorry, because people they owe money for three reasons. You understand, especially salon. We system in which we dey do transaction are cash based most times. If you don't live in a corner, you go see exactly the big businessman within a corner. Don't let they do diamond business in a bank. The most times they keep the money, order the money, the physical cash, because these are businesses where you get for be liquid. You get forget that circulating cash way at any time when business can. Somebody come on, dig a diamond, it can a net, he get diamond we want for sale. Immediately he go to one diamond man or one jeweler man or whatever he get for go meet. You understand? He need cash immediately for resolve the issue because he get for go back na money for go doing business. He don't get time for check for begin doing thing in there. This has been an historic thing. It has been an historic pattern. You understand? Not to forsake now it starts. The only thing we make with the CR is alarming now because the bank governor they pay attention to her. But this has been a trend. And when you look in economics, they tell you people they owe money for three main reasons. People they owe money for transactionally, we probably, I mean, you want for do something, you want for do errands, you want for do something, come up with, you get for buy food, you get for buy this, you get for buy something, you understand? So the only way we go do it, curtail that, you get for look at POS, like point of sales, and where people in they use card, then thing and the way they use Airtel money. So they should have driven e-commerce. He mentioned the bank governor mentioned about Kenya. When you go Kenya, they have what they call M-Pesa. When a Safaricom na a mobile company with partnership company owned by the government. You understand? And M-Pesa na like who get Airtel money, free money, then thing and day. M-Pesa is number one in Kenya. Most of their transactions, even though they have card, you understand? So when they talk about transactional motive, people they want to do business, if people then get that system, the e-commerce and everything they run, people don't know they keep physical cash because you know say it gets money and card. Then make them place there also with they live, then get credit card. You understand? When there are more people that they use for do transaction on a daily basis, if you quantify the amount of transaction that take place for day in a credit card, especially when you talk about normal holidays and this, now billions you talk about dollar. You understand? So you introduce people they owe money for transactional motive, urgent transaction. You understand what I mean? I mean precautionary motive. I talk about transaction motive, I talk about precautionary motive. Urgent transactions and say you want to buy people they own the bond, they want to buy things, they want to buy stocks, they want to buy this. People they own money for buy assets. So when they come and say, I get land for sale, I get this, I get certain things there. You understand we want to buy something, you don't get time for begin going back, especially for the system. The bank closes at 3:00. You don't get access to your money after 3. You can't bank the lock, then will tell you, say, oh, we sorry, we don't lock for today. And imagine you get urgent business for good. So it has been a pattern. It's not something we knew. So they should have just left the thing. And when you come again and look at the informal banking system na salon, I know I call names. You have key players. Remember one time somebody talks, say, the salon economy in the street. The people when they regulate the finances, when they regulate dollar increase or go down or go up. Now the informal sector. The bank has done whatever they can. The bank governor has done whatever he could. He's not able to succeed. That tells you exactly that they're not able to control them. You understand? You have to put certain things so they can for control money. Probably if you want to control the cash flow or inflow or whether it's a transaction of the money, you have securities where you do. You get certain things that way you go sell. You go sell certain things to the bank. You understand? Securities, anything a day or bond or this, that's what they do. Now you they take for regulate the transaction, the money is circulation. So if they cannot implement those things, there is no way you can able because mind you, when you even talk about e-commerce, Airtel money, after sell, after money, then thing a day or orange money, these people now businesses where they run almost 16 hours for the day. Most times when they're ready for do their business, people they can't take money, Airtel money or after money. They need money because somebody come, he say, hey, my product don't sell for me, especially when you tell money now, you can do it from America, you can do it wherever now, they put on the now phone now. It's easy. So if most times you don't get money for do now lost sales, you don't lost commission, you don't lost this. So people now, because of that sector, they do very well right now. Most of the people there or the players, them key players, them when are big players, then they keep money because they get agents that where they all around. You understand? It's just like one way they call ACS, when they say another customer served. The person where they want them, Linford. Linford, when I call him, in England. You understand? We they want me to work here, tell ways ago. Imagine Linford gets a whole more than 100 outlets and where they service every day. Also, if you say they get that same for going to bank every day for go with your money. So those institutions, they get safe. They get business where they get served and they keep their money. So at the end of the day, now money they get for service all those 100 points of sales where people then they can cash in and cash out money. What do you expect? They're not getting for go begin to line a bank. So when you look at that particular sector, the way they go on right now, you go for find out say the effect of them. Now you they see say the money they come out. And they go. So you go for take time for that money, they coming back. So the only time you go see that mad rush of money, then they begin coming back, probably now when you begin to then security is where they talk about. So you make the bank them increase the rates on savings. So you encourage people to for begin save money because they know say if I save money there for 1 month, this is not the interest what I go make. If I put $1,000 or I put 100 million within 3 months or a quarter, that 100 million they don't make, let's say 3 million on top. I watch us that 3 million it could even help me business for buy for overheads, for buy gas, for buy this for the generator, for whatever. So people are going to get money for can save money at the bank because they know say there is one attraction money then they attract good interest to where they save money. Even at Babylon, and that's how they live. When you keep money now, say you see certain banks they every time then they advertise say the savings go make this amount 1.7% on this, 70 on this annually. Just because they encourage people for save, for bring money come into the system, for regulate money. You understand? Even at the US here, if you want for pull dollar outside America, once you don't pass $10,000, you have to make sure they know. Otherwise, you go lost. That's how you regulate. Do you know how many dollars when you go out of saloon every day, when they pass through the borders there? No. We don't get a system where you're able to track down there. And mind you, people in the change money, say at the border, say Balamuya, say Gendema, say all of a sudden they change money. Who say if you say that you see say they go to bank every day, they go take money? No. So you get for left and make it run like how they run as it is. You inject more funds into the circulation. If more new notes. But I can say, $16,000 don't come out the almost billion don't come out of the bank. There's no way you can do. You're not going to stop them because that has been the pattern. We don't get from Obon people them there for do business. People them for this. Then guy they within a $3 guy they will change, which another sector where they capture a lot of this money. You understand? Then guy they not get for go na bank. Then get a hub. Then get a central system when our money and get representative the way they go collect them leons here. Then they collect the leons. Remember say na dollar then they buy. Who's that if you send they pull out money where they take for buy dollar? Now from that where they get that money because they not get time for going to bank all the time. Even if they got the main people they pioneer and where they run them business they go to bank. These corporate customers. The bank or the bank manager not get no way they deny them because there's already an established relationship. It's just like where you work, you get somebody, say this particular person here. Now you keep away all you bank where they can save billions of leons now. You feel say that person go say I want this money, say no, another give you. Where say this now you corporate, one of you corporate customer. I don't call the names, but you know the system at salon. You get certain key customers, they're not going to look dressed well, but these are people when are loaded people and get money. So the fee say, even if the bank governor talk this, it not get control over them different branches because wait till make these branch managers have very good relationship with the people here. I know me party when me work na a particular bank. One businessman can he get 400 bags cement. Let's say $1 scarce. Why make it get? Because my mommy they instead of dollar. You said my man they bill. I say, you bill? I say yes. It just say site today. I say me site so. Even Senate call for me side say this man don't go left 400 bags cement. Tell me if you have a relationship with Andy, somebody don't can give 400 bags cement. You could tell and say no, money for dollar. Well, say the man generous to you. So they're not able for control that side. So that side they don't even need for say anything because mind you, who side they come out, all things being equal. That side there's a set system. Those places need to boom. There's so many private sector where there's money in circulation, proper system there for regulate money. You understand? In we young society, it's a cash trap economy. It's a cash job economy. You don't get control. So the people that where they hold their money, where they do business every day, that's what you go tell us. If I go to a bank and able get me 10, I put 10 million. I go for go take 10 million. The tell me say no, na 5 you dey give me. Do you think I'll go there the next day to bank? No. Even if the only two go make a bank, probably I'm not saying there's going to be an interest on my savings. But the bank, then the majority of them, every transaction you do, you likely said it here. You have to pay for all those service charge, transactional the charges, this and that and that. So it make me for like buy safe. I need to buy safe, I put some on the business and keep my money. They what I can go to the bank for. It ain't a bank safe, you know they get better interest where they make overnight. And me now my way, I get for be circulate, I need cash every day for transacting the business what they do. You understand? So they have to look at all those nitty-gritties. Changes this money, the domination. Yes, you get certain key advantages. If you're able to control the fiscal policy, you're able to make attract salon then become more attractive so people then invest. The more people come into business, the more the way they do business, men investor, this investor they come with funds, they come with capital. This capital then they keep on at the banks then. So basically money in a bank for circulate, but we don't have investors. How many investors do we have? We only have few businesses and we get us alone. So you get for find out say most times and they create that kind of tension there in the system. So allow people let them do the kind of business where they do. Not get anything because they don't get control over that particular area there, government don't get control. So then they just now they create the tension now. But really and truly, Abraham, this has been the pattern. Go corner, I see. You know, most man where they corner where get money on their bed. You know, even you in the world, some man lost thousands of dollars, millions of loans just because worker, them bond deals, and that's the risk of business. Investment tell we say they had a risk, they had the returns. I keep my money till somebody can with big diamond, I have to buy, make money quick. You want to waste my money for go take money in a bank for come buy. That man will say, somebody don't buy the diamond on it. So they have to look at all those things and not to diamond. They use diamond as one scenario, but there are so many businesses where people they do every day overnight. But with society, come to the ferry, very good. With the applaud, it's a very good investment. It's a very good thing because when you talk about for like business boom like country, you talk about businesses. You need transportation. You need for make able people the goods service they're able to move at a particular time. You know, constantly, not to follow the student, they wait for their transport can before then they can some of those goods come in, they are perishable goods, especially for Lungi. Lungi, they do yabas and they do pepper, they do all that things. So the more they get transportation, we're able to facilitate now the city, it's very good. For we happy. Me, I don't care which part where they in salon, the APC, the SFP. Once they do the needed things with people they need, we go happy. Like I'm very proud of the way at which I don't want for no who step it come, who say no come. The mere fact it is happening now, I'm happy. I see the first lady they build now we by force. The other day she was live. Then they build hospital now we by force. I was happy for that. Lights come, I'm happy for that. All these things happening, I'm happy for that. Except if somebody gets your political undertone or your political lens, how they look at situations, that doesn't bother me. What's your bother? If I go salon today, Ferry day for taking me, can you go Ferry Junction for that? Go to my village. Then I'm your waiting. The time when you want to say, where I say, God, they can do. If you look, the ferry the way they run, I know they run with before initially. This ferry them they run on flight schedule. But how many people they travel? This again come to the business where we are but not busy. So now they were running at a loss because most time the ferry the way they go last, then they go empty because almost flights they come per night. So then look at the niche of the market. Who start with the get money? With they get money from business people where they go sell every day and come. So they make sure say they cater for their one a day. Because we say they wait for ferry where they can plane where they can and it's almost flights. You don't know, you did that speculation. You don't know how much people they come na net that flights where they can. So that the flights where they cannot even get up to 100 people. They don't keep a whole ferry they wait. So when you look at business, this business is not rolling out. So it creates the tension. So now what's in this ferry for do? If they get for put ferry, but could the people that they work, they win and staff them because you can see most times they want for go because it's me, then they want for go catch the ferry. They can designate one ferry, say, okay, we left this one ferry for later for people that will come. Business people that where them bankers the way they work there, people that way they work for other organizations the way they say they probably they want for go. If they say ferry the way they go every net, late hour and a net, they can that side they can develop that aspect. You understand? But what me they try for say to government, make them listen to the cry. We need to invest more. And it's good they're doing it. Some of us we're proud. Me, I'm very, very proud. I don't know which political party. I don't know from what angle. I don't know if the Ferry, if you get bandil pan, I don't get bandil. We don't see them go by Ferry. You cannot throw them through and take cargo Senegal back. We should be happy at least with the see certain things. These are the reason why the people voted the APC out, because certain things were not happening. If they're happening now, the things that we were crying for, they're happening now. I think we should applaud them. For me, I applaud them and I tell them that the Turkey, una when a party picking away the feds, una see the one the way una the feds for. They're united. Whatever fronts, probably they can't they try for do a front. That's your business. But what should they try for say? Let we put Salon in image first. Salon is more important. That's how we in the diaspora. They never choose political party you support. They say, where are you from? I say, I'm from Sierra Leone. They don't choose political party. So we go for the praise. People that they do the little things. Lights long time now. Let us embrace the lights. People get for invest. We look about investments. This get for grow SMEs. If people that they want for invest in this now an opportunity to even save. Because what you make, most of your money now they go pan generator, wear and tear, buy gas, buy diesel, buy this. Now, what you make, you will expand because what you make, say, if you relatively check them, you make more savings where you use government lights. So private generator, even if you're expensive, just the way you do right now, you still make a saving. You must make 0.1% savings on power. So that's alone, you accumulate it for the month, or for quarter, for 6 months, for 1 year. It's something. You understand? We they pray. Me or we they talk to people then. We all need to cry for light. Let's use this light wisely, make it become more viable. We'll be able to make revenue or make returns. What you able to pay? I mean, you able to pay. But government get the aspect for do. And government make I tell you something. When I'm the right to thesis on power, I write on the finance of Western call on MPA. Abraham, MPA know they make money. Trust me, even the water when they take where Susan 4, Susan 5, then 10 a day, where mommy they doing thesis, they know they make money. That water when they use for cool system, MPA they use. That means zero cost. Can you imagine what zero cost? If they actually quantify in value, now money. You understand? So what should they tell for say we all go for be watchdog. People in the thief light, people in the do this, people in the do that. But again, now we say so for that the thiefer. Now we say they thief the lights. And even the government institution itself, the military barracks and this, you go down some military barracks, the Quiver Force. If you see the big freezer, they will do it. These barracks, they pay light bill. You go police barracks, these barracks, they pay light bill. What if you say they do? So government get for design a fiscal policy for save money in power. Most of these institutions, even though they get lights, still able from pay. Because they get to have a free government for able to subsidize at a timely point where they go make money. But what is happening when we could see so much pressure or burden on few people that will get lights? Now because what they make most of these key institutions, government, MDAs and this and that, they're not paying lights bills. They don't pay. So the pressure there. So I mean they talk the other day, the civil society organization. Now therefore they're able to hammer these things, raise them up. Because you can't put the pressure on us. The same pressure that they put on few companies operating, that the same pressure that they put because on few people that want their lights. If you watch the tax system, Nasalo, they will tell you, oh, we don't do tax breaks for certain institutions. Oh, we don't reduce tax. Oh, we don't read this. No, what they do is then they cut, if they cut here, then go there. So if they put this tax excise duty, at the end of the day, then they can increase the profits tax. The profits on this. So at the end of the day, you still make you still pay. You understand? So your conclusion, we go for support government. Whoever party we can, whatever this way and that, we go for the watchdogs. Salon, we they say on Nigeria man, they think their country first. Ghana man, they think their country first. That's all Nigeria get lights. But the people are investing. That's all Ghana get lights. But the people that they live in the diaspora, they invest. We went there at the diaspora, how many of we invest in Salon? So most times when we talk on the dog, we talk on the boat. So man then at the diaspora is just the next they criticize. They don't get no investment in Salon. So man no even get land in Salon. But we talk, we come on social media, we talk fire, we make this, we criticize with this. If we all put us together and open your business, partnership business, government not therefore can begin to say, oh, go do open business partnership. Open partnership business, there is so much large-scale economy you can enjoy, so much benefits on large-scale economy when you guys come together and form partnership. Some of these hospitals with people they run, go to Ghana and this and that, they're not owned by government, all not owned by government. Some are owned by private individuals living in diaspora, living inside Ghana. So even we as Sierra Leone, when they live in a diaspora, some man, we would invest. Some of we 80% of which they make out of people bills. Now salon with the injector. But some man they invest. How do you want the salon? How do you how money they in circulation? So but the only money where they own here, I forgot salon for good choose December. That's it. People need for invest. We need for invest in our country. That's the only way. Government cannot create job for everybody. They go say, oh, in the private sector, they whole. So if we don't see some of the indicators what we need for develop a country, they happen, we can for happen and embrace them. It don't matter which party we count. That's not new thing.
I thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome, bro.
Let's go with Uswen. Let me hear you. What's in get for we today? Welcome on board, Uswen. What's in a summary for the week, sir?
Yeah, thank you very much, Chipule, for giving me the platform. And me also summary for this week. They look at all the issues that would happen this week regarding how would they want to chase development, how we want to chase the outside world. They will say they see we. They will say a civilized nation. We with man they can call globalization. Because we know say globalization, it don't help develop Boku country then for deal with Boku of the economic problem and how them go able to solve poverty and quite a lot that we want for reach with the outside world and know how they do. But most time are three areas they will look at here, how it affects we and how it help we back. You look at our economic and trade process, how we sell with product and how they able to evolve in other things and how we able to buy products or advancements outside like the fiber optic, business, banking, how they sell with products, how even the agriculture minister, they say get next products and so on. So then trade process and they will get limits in terms of international trade, all them things they do inside. Then the education and the health system. How would they try to tap them out from outside, we bring them, and then culture, how they affect we. So you find out, see, them three things they mostly they interchange. And how would they look at how we own country develop, and how would they chase for local getting things there. But most times, the method they would apply, so they can find, and so they not can become fruitful. You see, like now the banking system, they can inside, they see how the difficulty in terms of we own culture, and how they able to forget other ideas, who they don't put all the things there, not we create there, banking system outside, knowledge, who all don't say, now so they blog pool, now so they go study, now for they become professor, now people all them gather and put their idea, they will try to tap into. So you see, the difficulty can be sometimes in technology or in infrastructure, or even get the manpower of the people who are able for do them things that they know how, the people who sabi for saying that then why I will get, or people who are even reliable, also on the trustworthiness, also on them whose aim when they come, if not side with them put and say you are either in charge of this thing, have to deal with this, or you are either deal with the bank, you know either deal with the fiber optic or the internet, or you know either deal with transportation, or you know either deal with health. So all the individuals in a very now would have get ready for help, or would know how for go help just for your ends. So all the things that I can capture inside this development or the kitch for long will become globalized and change the outside world and industrial. Then again, they can get the culture of how we can go into things and the effect of them. See, like how the so-called social media, now they see even an example these days where the speaker we have mentioned about how he concerned about the social media effect and how they see the impact back na this politics, all the examples and how they catch up, how we're able for land to go with them. But it all come down to where the government go able or leaders or individuals and they cope and together with how the government they put policies them in place. Because when you look at a case study like the example of the fiber optic now, let's take an example. Because how Alpha been mentioned, how we're not able to tap out from that fiber optic, still will get. Well, they see the money we don't invest in Boku. 2012, they launch them. Okay, it been there for the submarine for camp. But for pull out on the ground now, let them go transport and let all man will able forget them in the way we need forget. And that nine can call this company they call Zood Lab recently, then give them. This Iranian man we are today in charge of this Zood Lab will see the issue, will be surround them. Even the Minister of Finance, they get for comment but last year in February, and then this year back the contract, then mention back now Parliament where they say the man you know they protect, instead they will find a way for let go promote more of your money than it protect and try to develop this fiber optic. But it all come down to contract. How una dey involve to contract? Whether una go give contract, wetin are the benefit where the people then go outcome, or how una go know the speciality of that particular contract. Person dey for monitor there, or then we just say one time and then we'll let go for let the people and do the rest. Where they will not go do robust for say, okay, for make sure say them people they have fiber optic. And I think we get stages where you don't come on all sides. You know, so you don't come all the stages them. Then you don't pass, you don't go here, you don't go so. You get different one there now. Because you get now that cable highway system where you want for can bring inside. So that in that way where the thing go cross from the sea for come in the same strength. Now you want for let it go reach to the man who they use and the broadband take go na Kenema, take go na Kailan. You careful make sure say that person is secure. First, their internet will accommodate, is secure in terms of all types of fraudster, other thing. Then he able for pull and the distributor at a reasonable price, he control them. But we find out say Zoot Lab not been the one. So you find out say the product done day, we don't get them, but enable for tap and better because of the method where they apply for the investment. Because if you not bring the right structures, and carry the try for get the phase 2 of an hour, you see that Chinese don't give 30 million back for letting go able reach with an Akailan, Moya back. And bond. So they see that one day they wait, but the strength is are this reliable? You therefore move them from when you move them luggages, then they now different method they apply for move the luggages so that that luggage of that fiber optic a message it will reach to the last person. But once you're not able for let it accommodate to that strength from that port day of that submarine, you will say the people who they get and at the final consumption, they know they get the final product. While the thing they ready, but now a matter of transmitting it, let the people get her. So you see how the slowness of infrastructure, how it is because of the way we una manage una system, una bring, is it reliable, or that person will know about the system, he get all the equipment who will enable her for secure that load of that fiber, the way they come up from that place, it's just like electricity, the megawatts of that power, they move from one end to it go. But what's in all day, una still get the old copper system, and the copper system, they overlap with that fiber optic, it not go able for work. So you find out all the things that say it reduce the development we want for chase. So you see back the bank notes back, the same thing. It emphasize on the switch system. It emphasize on the holding. It emphasize on the value where they try for put and the money for say it will be a psychological thing. Then it emphasize the effect them will go affect on this thing what they bring every time. And when they talk, you don't see now say come. Say it bring about how the holding it happen. Say he know, say then they hold them, but he not go say who that they hold them. Then they see it always bring say if we now go to the same old thing that we have been they do, we make that thing they have they don't cause no denominator. It not go work. He always they give the example of the phone all the time. See when you pull the phone, you don't clean it, you know, we go to the same website, we'll give the same virus. And when they give the virus, then now what they call us and virus there, they talk about corruption. It even mention corruption inside the fiscal policy. He said they can forget discipline. If don't they mention, you know, when I the lesson, then they talk about other areas there now where they decide that the populace then your side. Then your corruption. So they outweigh about corruption, they outweigh about the holding, they outweigh about the GDP, what we get forget, what the production what we get forget back. So you don't highlight that thing there. But most of the time, the question where they get for squeeze and just like when they squeeze and ask them, waiting now the people where you hold them money there. Because you as a duty, now you they distribute notes, now you now the distribution of currency. In other words, now you responsibility for give out the notes, for give to people and let the central commercial bank and distribute them. Because now you men work now and they for produce the notes and then you give them out. So not to the commercial bank they give them. So when you see that chain work, they get a problem with them where they say the money then they hold them. So you see how the relationship between him and the commercial bank take to the civilians, and then the relationship between him and the government in terms of their own policy for come to your side. So in the deal with the currency, in the deal with the interest rate, In the deal with the way the money they distribute, then the government they deal with their own way for spending your money. And that tell we back say he can go even go advise, he can interfere from the monetary for go advise the fiscal policy. Then they taking advice. That question the way they answer on IOIV, you go find out say he say yes, but the yes in the facial expression you go say likely something then they no go take there. Now waiting the one for do because now he emphasize say well now they get the final decision of dealing with the money. So let's hear the interlock. In they bring inside the national suite where they address all that in there where they talk about. If you don't tell we say before this year, they don't procure them because even in we not tell we about 12 million the World Bank they don't give for the technical thing, the infrastructure. They don't bring that. If you don't tell we say it will become ready very soon, but now they give you another 2 months. And when you give another 2 months, you find out say that one thing they try for collect, you know, go work out money. So if that one not be in a bank set, but as long as you're able for access, the way where you go get that electronic money or you able to transfer money, so you go see that transfer on that bank day, so that money that man they go able for go get instead of I use check. So if you transfer and I go get a little amount, but we don't see people in these few days, then go there 6 million, 7 million, whatever you call them, for them go cash money, they're not able to forget the check. So you think now, how that man they go able to return that check to that person, they say, well, go release the amount to. If that man they go release the amount, you're not paying the full money now. So you see how the chain work they go say, that one day in they find difficulty now for try arrange. Would there are them people there who they do this mismanagement? Would there are them people there where they say that corruption? Would there are them people there who they hold them money there? Now in the tell we now say we don't know waiting actually they go on behind the scenes. So because money for them hold them is quite questionable. You go begin the ground from different angle. Now keep them the keeper or not tip somebody don't tipper or not this. But again, there is a system we not even know for say it there, but the system they can notes when notes then the distributor he gets serious numbers then. If you want one number 10 go come up before number 1, you will get for question why that serial number there is circulation while this not this. But some of the technicality they can left on the ground where they not go able to allow it for no because we know initially every note they get in serial number as soon as they give them out. So I they help you for even trace whose money we don't go, how much this money don't go side, and I will able for know who side and where they be. In terms of traceability, there is always traceability then things there, but it all come down to how we will able to get a system on a framework, we will able to check some of the institutions there, we will able to forget things and we will able to know them pull out, then who side then we able to help them and help them. So but we not even know that they go no more because they talk this syndicates who don't the day, who the way people and they handle money, anyone then will just bundle then give. But it all come down to how we go able to address then development things there. Because if we're able to become a culture where they meet up globalization, we go for look at waiting the country they produce and we own style and we own way how they behave and how the politicians and will behave and waiting and we're able to see what we're able to produce for long we will say we get net produce. We don't say we don't get net produce, we get net produce we will not able to reach the amount of exports we will they import because of the system then we will they apply. Because when we apply in trade, we get for no say we'll get something we will sell, we'll get something where the people they need, we'll get something where the people are able to lay their hands in so that we will able to know say what we don't go take, it produce and it multiply. But once then things they're not in place, the gap them, what will they still get in globalization? The gap them still big for them will fill up them gaps there. The chain work they go, but the gap, they fill this gap, then they fill each gap with a kind of something where it look difficult for let it go. The gap, like the gap where they feel panel fiber, the man where they don't go put middle there, in order to help for let the fiber optic reach to the people. So each time when they fill the gap, that gap, they still produce the speed. So that the gaps when they try to fill, then therefore know if they want to bring Ferry, how they will go to that business there. Then they go bring her in behind somebody where they can do a private business, which is good. Or we therefore know the reality. Say, okay, will they help this, will help this, will do this. So you therefore get a business when that international trade, the way you go bring them, where you go just say for the sake of you bring them, and then in the end, later terms and conditions and did it, or that electronic money, terms and condition can did it. The other one back where then they try for bring them, I think in an NRA or so. Then they try for bring back, then your app, why you go they pay. But then that's the another app where you bring so if people now go for charge the extra like electronic money where you pay or will bring problem tomorrow. So all this kind of thing when they bring over globalization, you get for know the gap, how you feel them, you look the culture of the people, the type of population we get, the outcome, so that you go able to get something out of each stage where you get. Electronic money cut down time, it cut down all this development they go. You get all those areas and you go bring health system. You say, okay, let I look into the health. Let I go bring this. I don't go bring somebody where they can't just bring a diagnostic something where you be saying in the end. After all the diagnosis, they go for still pull the person they can and go. Why I not go try and do infrastructure development, the so-called doctors in terms of the health who have been talking about again, what in they complain. Why then they grow so? Because what in they do, they can go take doctors them. I don't know if now few weeks ago, then they go bring their specialist doctors there, then they pay them quite a big amount in Connaught, can't do a service one like a 1 year, then go back. So then they do it for years, and then the other man, recently they come, then they see. Then they ask now the question to the government, why the government not go spend money on specialize? Because there's few specialists and grafting, but putting a skin grafting, bone specialists. Why you don't go expand and instead they go bring Nigeria, you can't pay them twice. They can't serve 1 month or 2 months or 1 year, then go back. So this is all we make, even that strike when they bring so, when they ask for the conditions of service, because then this is not so the government still they do for filling the gap. And when you are filling the gap, you therefore know how you fill the gap. You don't fill the gap in different areas, but you know they work the way they see. And when they fill the gap, they are doing well with the CM because we don't see now, then they bring the gap for fill the gap for electric, for that globalization. They fill the gap. We don't know how you get for car electricity, get for go far, how you go finish. They fill in the gap for transportation and they bring the ferry, fill in the gap for this. So all these things, they fill in the gap for let the economy go. Then they bring this money where they say, you know, for denominate when you have a budget deficit. The one they wouldn't go copy, look at the question now. But one thing I can always say, let them be careful with social media. I can't get into that social media side. How would I go to communicate now the public? Because when you say one thing, they see the thing they flow. Now then they get you say, this spy don't talk this, don't talk, or this person don't talk this. Because when you bring down your message to social media, you therefore know say when I can't say this, I therefore know say now something will get for day like the social media where people can get for know about. I not go just come and talk something, then tomorrow this thing I don't can talk, it don't be different from what I say. But it all comes down to the way we get for approach development and globalization, where it actually difficult for we see say it go speedily. But once we go the right direction, involve the right people, we get with good hearts and bring on board one that we ready for deliver, they will be able for develop or else we always they feel the gap without enough progress. Thank you very much. Let God continue for help the nation and leaders. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, us friend.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. Well, now Saturday. You self will you listen, you get opportunity now for make your voice be heard. Unless if you think say we don't do well, then this weekend you now so we go end them. Eh? Pierre, we wait for Leone reduce the price of the fuel. Mais quelqu'un qui a essayé de I don't understand how this study work. I send you stars where Apple charge me 99 cents, but it not show up on the program. So you try the second time, the 50 stars, but Apple not charge them, but it reflects. You go able to explain how it work. I don't know how they work, Michael. I just don't know more say when you send the stars, Apple they give me small thing. So the one that we know, maybe they can explain more in the comment section. But the phone line open now. What you want add, what you want pull come out? Or you think see we don't do well? Almost 4 hours we don't take so. We don't do well, so the panelists them back don't do well. We're able for get understanding of the program. Then in the next 5 minutes we go left here. Because we don't try. Light the Oh, they wait for the water. Una waterman. Waterman, and they ask for please. Who they wait for water? Yes, Mike. You get the platform. What you want add or what you want pull come on?
I just want to thank all the, contributor, Tony Alpha, who's friend. But what me they say is for the bank governor, we not even perfect the cash what we get here. We not even perfect the money, how the money system they work it. Now you would they talk about going cashless? No perfect the system will get for us. We don't better and figure them out. Then we can go cashless. But for the bank governor, I want to tell all man say the bank governor a fool man. You don't see why they say this guy a fool man. This guy don't spend over $100 million just for the Leones. Over $100 million just for the Leones. First, he said he bribed 68 million for the Leones, the old Leones. You know, able to get the old Leones the way he wants them. Then I don't go spend way more money to go get new Leon just for the Leon. But this money we don't waste so. We don't waste. What you don't waste so, Mr. Wait, I mean, Kelfala or whatever. We in a complete fool, man. This $100 million, what you don't waste so. Then they be able for fix Connaught, fix all the hospital in a salon, buy 5 ferry, fix the ultra modern hospital, fix the bakery. This $100 million we don't waste. Complete waste, them people there. But by then I want to hear Ben Kefala because I don't know if he is alone. Ben Kefala, he is alone. Whatever they destroy Salomon, so he is alone, eh? Malek will just talk no more. To put pressure upon them politicians, they let them do what are the right thing for this country. Yeah. And then they make it talk. Because me, I not get immediate fumble as alone. If I invest in a salon, because I love my country. If I build houses, then because I love my country. If I donate a salon, because I love my country. But I don't get nothing there. What would they want me to talk? Now for the betterment of the people in the country, they would suffer. But when I want to ready, when they follow them politicians, and then they thief the money so they want to vuvuzela for them. What do you know the vuvuzela for them? Now also I watch one video where they say Ferry come. Not a bad idea for buy Ferry. You don't see why they say that one day. I know say we're not going to build the bridge because I lie on the lie. If we've been better when I don't buy them Ferry than they from way back. But they say when I buy Ferry. That's what they say when I buy Ferry. Me don't know if when I buy Ferry. Because when I go one day come out and tell me the truth. Me I wait for like a reason now when I buy the Ferry. Then I watch the video. This guy just the vuvuzela talk and do. What did this man don't talk and do about in this country? When I come back, when I tell me about what did President Bio don't talk and do? What did he don't talk and say they do? But when I come back, I wait for number. When I come, then when I come, when I say Big Mike, now this President Bio say he do, he don't do. When I can't tell me about, because me, but Putin anyway don't talk say they do not do it. Boku. So when I come back, maybe something and they want miss. When I can't tell me, yeah. I wait. And Ben Kefala. I want to know what they do in a salon. What kind of free money where they get so they do your job. Yeah? And for the 24-hour light, you don't see no sign of free where they say 24-hour light they oh. I don't see no sign. No sign they will say 24-hour light they na free right now. Because you say me they na 5 hours in the key. And I don't need the key for the past, season they only car. I still 5 hours in the key. So I wait for this 24-hour light, yeah? When I make sure I give you. And I want to ask, who said the Bank of Salon they na Kenema ide on a free trade? Because when they can the money na Kenema they can go. But now they say money run out of McKinney and Freetown. Oh, if we don't bring the money come back in a Freetown. My land always people in time, man. I'm your contribution, Danny, bro.
Thank you very much, Mike.
All right.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you can introduce yourself for me, please.
Chief me as concerned citizen, how you do? Thank you very much for the program we do so. You take today's concern about bank governor. This is surprising to all Sierra unions because especially about the money people in the end diaspora areas, so they spend the money send it outside, not country they will keep. This other story it happened to me what they get money in a bank for Muteka. They say now 3 million only the man get more than 50 million on your account. They say only 3 million in the year. Auto story it happened to me, brother. So how long this is not a possible money and your money? So me animal go say.
All right. Thank you very much, caller. And we last caller that one day for today. We have no to babu. Eh? 1 o'clock for hours. They come out here. I think say the chairman I not see a message. I think say they are today. Olo knock na in the mouth leusi. Eh? Okolo. Do so. Yeah. Ataya. Do so. When I left Big Mike, the new money don't come out. You not pay me my money yet. Eh? I still dey wait for her. Parliament. They come Monday. They come Monday. Again. I say no call, now they call. I call you. Do so. No call, no call. I say do so. Okay. No call. We don't pan call business. Because they can't come here. Once if the chairman available. If not, the mother lock. Okay, I guess not. Well, Saloon. Pierre, you will wait for your from next week. I believe say by now the second ferry for don't come as to waiting a bit tell we. So maybe tomorrow or Monday we will see the picture of the second ferry. Me, I still team up. So they can left with 5 ferry. If they let the ferry then lifelong. You don't see how they choke the ferry. Wait. Something tomorrow I get to explore with Tripoli ferry excursion. Let you see how the ferry they choke. I mean the ferry then it hard for let them track out the balance too. Transportation, na issue. The bus then the 200. I believe safe now 100 for safe let the counter. Eh? The corridor would be the talk about. The pilot phase of the traffic lights they will not see it. All I want they want for see. All I need a development, you know. A development. And I don't know, pass the kind glasses where they use foresee development, you dey frown at am. Because I see when the ferry comes, someone they say, oh, no, the ferry want, na bridge you want. One ferry. When I the diaspora, while on I dedicate ferry to we self us. I don't think say bad for us school. That Sunday, we not go torment the people again. Panda, the one way waiting, waiting for the trick do business. I tell you if there is service for yourself, you go service. But for yourself, then get complain. Maintenance na problem. We get complain. Complain reach we. But the person will complain, he can't catch we, but he afraid for make we not call the name. Say then go fire her. Then are the ferry na government to have. You know that tire where then they put all the ferry, they carry the pack away the jam. He said don't complain. Say okay, he said then don't complain. Like not saying just on then I can go begin pick out to you and then you now you go talk. He said they don't complain. Say they not put her. Even the cleanliness of government WAF. The day will come here go work and they say dirty. He explain to we. But now wait, we explain with people again for put Sandy. We were able for I go explain that side. So even then, why would they come there? Maintenance. Would they big? Maintenance, maintenance. Would they big? The light. Sustainability, ou de big. I soon and they make you enjoy. So some man say no get to it, ou presse le ou na get. Yeah? Ou presse le ou na get. Yeah. But we do at right now. We get pole and cable because just so someone come. The man come for me say who smart now at who get pole and cable, who will get lights. Where they talk? No more. World Bank we don't give money for put substation now at Una try no. Una go put with substation. Una get the money. That's no go get correct light. Casho, we don't promise we say. Now I talking at this program. Say before the year done, we go get pipe borne water. Now at Uncle Casho, who the way to? Who the way to that pipe borne water day? Hey, all man they ask for what you want to. So allow me. Allow me a big. Now I be talking now. Now what I do want her. The market we say then the bill now Waterloo. What's up? Alright. Politician there. Allow them. But any development we come na the country, you know they specify which party they enjoy. Now we all. So why not? Okay. But there, the ferry, una remember we are. Una make flights. Let ferry run by flights. Now not the full suite for the go pay $50. I prefer the ferry ride than the boat ride. If you ask me, I prefer ferry ride. Yeah? The ferry ride, it make you feel more welcome. The boat ride, it's like saying now one flight you come out to another one. Go wait, stay boring. Nothing. La left on herself. I not talk against people business. But on give you ferry. The old one them, low maintain them and let it carry out the permine and everything. The old one then they get the fast one, they get the always slow. I don't know if you know. and get Freetown and get my hair. I don't forget which one we fast party. Usabia. The weekend is upon us. Let me rest. Mr. I really want to rest this weekend. Seriously, I need that. Body don't begin grumble. Eh? Eh, Cecil Cole, you better always in a joke. Aye. Go there back on Monday. Then we'll have a beautiful weekend. Eh? I got cover we. Till we meet back on Monday. Tiki Polisi. Tata.